Hey, what's up? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Homecoming, the HBCU podcast. What's up? We're in the building. Rose, what's going on? It's
What's going on,
cold.
JT? What is going on, JT?
It's cold outside. I think it's
It's
gonna.
raining outside. It's not cold in Houston, but it's definitely raining. I hate this weather.
Uh, hold on. Let me ask this because I'm not. See, so you're from up here. It's okay. But the past
What?
couple of years, no, you're not from up here, but
Okay, let's skip that.
you lived here for a while,
I
so
did.
you got used
I
to the cold
did.
weather. But I
I did.
know, Rose, you had coats. You got used to the
I
weather.
didn't get used to the cold weather. We have to use the right words. Did I
What
live
happened?
up there for over a decade? Yes. Did my body truly adjust to the cold? No, I hated every winter in DC, bro. I hated every winter. That was one of the driving factors for when I moved home to Houston. Like I couldn't take it anymore. I hated being that cold. Like I hated it.
So there's nothing wrong with the cold. Okay,
Okay.
it's let
That's an
me
opinion.
let me ask this though. It got cold in Houston last year, right?
Yeah,
And the year before. Do you think it's
correct.
going to get cold this year?
Yeah, so we don't get cold in Houston until maybe like February, season. That's our winter.
Okay.
Like right now, I know DC's kind of cold. I know East Coast, places in the East Coast, New York, all that, they're probably cold right now. But Houston, we
Yeah.
don't get like true bone chilling type of cold, at least bone chilling relative to this area
Yeah,
until
yeah,
February.
yeah,
That's when like pipes freeze and they burst because people aren't used to like, dang, it's 30 degrees outside. So we don't fortify our houses with the proper things
yeah,
so that our pipes don't burst and all
yeah.
that good stuff. So it's not cold right now. I think it's like in the 70s maybe,
Yeah,
but it's
see,
raining and it's
that's nice.
muggy. But it's muggy though, and that's not
Which is
cool.
odd for this time of year, though. It's usually this is that after the monsoon season.
Right.
This is that nice, perfect weather in the south. This
I'm
is the
gonna blame it
perfect
on
time,
global. It should be the
the
perfect
perfect
time.
time to visit the south.
I'm gonna blame it on global warming though. That's what I blame
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I mean, you can't get mad at that. It's highly possible because we don't care about the environment and some people don't recycle, but it's okay. But if
Cycle.
anybody is listening, please go visit down south, Texas, Florida. I'm not talking about don't go to North Carolina. I'm talking about go to the south. Like I love North Carolina, South Carolina, to the south, but I'm talking about like
Is it? Where's
eh,
that Mason Dixon line anyway? Where's
Mar-
that actual line? Because
Maryland.
people in DC love to claim, or Maryland, they love to claim, oh, Mason
No,
Dixon,
no,
da
no,
da da
no,
da.
no,
What are you
no,
talking about? I'm talking about the culture
no, no.
and what your fried chicken hitting on.
The south
We're
is
not even
different.
gonna get into that.
The south is different. Like South is different. I was in a frat meeting today talking like this is the South, guys. My aunt and my dad's side's family is from Florida, right? West Palm Beach. This is the South. Fishing in her backyard in a canal that has gators in it. That is
Okay.
South. That is country.
Nope.
You know, if your place
Oh,
doesn't have gators, it might not be the real South. Because I know Texas has them.
we have gators. We have gators. But I know in Florida it's a little crazy. My
It's a
brother
little
was telling me
crazy.
that
Same in
any water
Louisiana.
you see, you got to assume that there's gators
It's
in there.
yes,
And
in
I'm good
Florida,
on
yeah.
it. And I'm
Yes,
good
any
on it.
water,
I'm gonna just chill
any
on that.
any water. If you have any small
So sick.
dogs or cats, they could go missing. That's what it is. You
Hmm.
know, my dad swam with gators. But anyway, guys, if around this time of
Crocodile
year,
Dundee.
go to he's Florida man. That's they used to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you just go down there, it's nice. The weather's bomb. Like Rose says, she's from Houston. The weather it's rainy, but it's I bet you it's probably 70, right?
It's
It's gonna be
it's
70
it's warm.
Christmas. Yeah.
But
It's
I don't like that because when the weather fluctuates like that, that's how you get sick. Because like a few
yeah,
days ago, it was like in the 50s and in the 40s. Like I don't know. I
yeah,
can't call it. I can't
yeah.
call it. But
Yeah.
just don't visit us in the summertime. That's
No, it's
all I can
hot.
say.
It's a different
It's
type of heat,
just
guys.
way
It's,
too hot. It's
it's a
way too hot.
muggy. If you're from up north and you think you can deal with heat, it's nothing like a south heat in August and July. That's when you get. That's when it gets real. It gets hot. You think DC or New York's hot around that time? Go to Florida, Houston, Georgia. You'll see it gets hot. Anyway, speaking about Florida, right? The Yard news, as we covered earlier, guys, right? The former FAMU coach, Willie Simmons, finally got his dream job at D1 school, FIU. If people don't know what FIU is, it is Florida International University. Willie Simmons was a great head coach at FAMU, but because he wanted to coach D1, he went to coach the running backs at Duke. He did a phenomenal job. He kept his relationships, and now
Hmm.
he has his dream job at Florida International University. Rose, I know we talked about this a
Yeah, we
lot,
did.
and
Ad nauseum. Yeah.
it's awesome. It's awesome that he got his dream job. What are your thoughts on it?
So I would say this. He did come out and say that it's not his dream job, but it is one step closer to his dream job, which
Yeah,
is to be head coach at a Power Five school,
yeah,
which FIU is not that. FIU
no,
is not that, but it is an FBS school. So this
yeah,
is definitely a step in the right direction. And it comes after only being under the Duke program for 1 year.
mm,
So, but I think Willie Simmons, he's a very impressive head coach. Never had a losing season for
crazy.
all the time that he was coaching at any college as a head coach. So that his resume just speaks volumes to just just his IQ and how great of a coach he is. I'm very happy for him. I know that it was kind of like mixed feelings as far as such a talent leaving HBCU school, FAMU. But we talked about this. If that's his goals to teach or to be a head coach on such a high platform
Yeah,
and be influential to players that are playing at a Power Five school, no knock to him. Like, do your thing.
yeah,
Definitely mixed feelings though, because now it makes it seem like HBCUs are never going to be that final destination.
yeah,
That we always be just a rung on a ladder.
like a catapult.
Yeah, FIU is the same thing, and it's no knock on them,
Yeah.
right? Because they're still it's still a PWI,
Yes,
but
it
for
is.
HBCUs, we'll never. It feels like we'll never be like okay, a Power Five school, or like okay, this is the final destination. Like my goal is just to be the head coach at an HBCU, not like hey, I'm going to start in high school, I'm going to go to an HBCU college,
Mm,
coach there, build up my resume, build a name for myself, and then hopefully now transfer or get hired at a FBS school
mm,
as maybe an assistant coach, special teams, or working like Willie Simmons did. He worked with running backs,
yeah.
and then from there get hired as a head coach at an FBS school. So, but I am happy for him, like very happy. What are your thoughts?
I like it. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
happy to see progression. And you're right. It's kind of like what Dion did, right? Jackson State crushed it, and now he's at an FBCS Colorado. Willie Simmons did the same thing. He was, like you said, never had a losing season. And I mean, that's a really rich, those are two examples of good head coaches that we could have kept. Hopefully, I know Eddie George is making huge
Mm-hmm.
steps, and I hope he stays
Right.
because he made a turnaround too at, I believe, Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
is where Eddie George is, and they made a phenomenal turnaround. And I hope Eddie George stays, and doesn't leave us for an FBS school.
But I think it's a thing of, if you are a coach, you want to be a head coach, or if you are a head coach, let's just keep it at that. You want to play at the top level, and there are college coaches who aspire to play in the NFL. I mean, not play, but coach in the NFL, right? So I
Yeah,
feel like there's always this hierarchy of like, okay, what's the next goal? Some people's goals are their peak, where they want to be may just be college football, right? Just be a
yeah,
college coach. I know for a fact though, like a lot of coaches, they would love to coach at a Power Five, Power Four school.
yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like, because of the platform that you're going to be on, the resources that you're going to have,
Resources, the
eyeball,
recruits.
all of that, all the recruits you have, just a pick of the litter as
Everything.
far as talent's concerned. So I don't knock it at all. It's like with everybody, you go into a company, you're thinking, okay, what's the next step? Or you're trying to just climb that corporate ladder, so to speak. So it
Yeah,
is the same kind of mindset. I again don't knock it at all, but what will that do to HBCU programs? Kind of like what does it do to colleges who have such great coaches, and then they get
yeah.
plucked because the team, the team that they go to, the name is just bigger. They have better facilities, better athletes. Like, does
That's
that program then become like it's a reset? Okay, now we got to find another great. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't,
yeah,
the stability there. There's not a lot of, for me, it's like there's not going to be a lot of stability. You got to keep training. But I think that is one of the things with college football. The
yeah.
tenure of coaches now. It's like I saw a stat like 3.8 years, 5 years
They're out of
average.
there.
No
Out of there. It's grueling.
consistency,
College
bro. It's
season is grueling. It's grueling now
crazy.
too. And people think that because, and I just found this out recently because shout out Frazier, head coach at um, Virginia State University, they
Mhm.
just won the championship, and we were in a meeting today. He's watching film because you know we're in a mentorship program, right? So I was talking to him. He was like, "Man, I gotta be back to work because as soon as the like right now the portal's open,
Mhm.
so he has to get players in. Who's in the transfer portal? Players are leaving him, and this is just
Right.
on a small scale.
A lot of moving
And
parts.
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of grind. Some people say the college grind is harder than the NFL because of the recruiting.
Yeah.
Because the recruiting is up. See, NFL is you got an agent, you either come or you don't.
Period.
That's it. Unless you get drafted, but most
Right.
times it's you're here, you can't transfer, leave. If you're a rookie, you're going to be there for 4 to 5 years, guaranteed.
Yeah. That transfer portal is
That
tough, man.
transfer portal is
It's
crazy.
insane. It's
I
too
was like,
much.
"What?" He was like, "Yeah, back on the grind." I was like, and then you think because college,
Yikes.
yeah, because college, right after the bowl games, you think it's a rest period where the NFL is different because once, say, the season ends, your team doesn't go to the playoffs.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
You
That's
chilling,
it.
you
Yeah.
prepping for the draft. You go on vacation,
Right.
whatever. Draft comes up in February. There's no
Yeah.
transfer portal.
Yeah.
There's no recruiting. You
Correct.
know, so it's college is a grind, and and most times college is every kid has a dream to go to the NFL, but you're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
He said, but you're not.
You're
The
not.
percentages
It's
are
like the
low. The
percentage is
percentages are
like
very
crazy.
low.
It's like 2%. Like you
Bro,
have to
it's
be
it's it's
like
insane.
born. It's like same with the NBA. You gotta just listen. If you're 6'5", 8", 5'9", good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Like good luck. You have to be superior. If you're Kyler Murray, look at Kyler Murray. He's what 5'11". Look at his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah. You see his hands?
His
Hands are
hands
huge.
is crazy. Like you gotta
Yeah.
just
Freaking
to
nature.
be at that next level. You gotta be born that way. God has to give you the God given talent to
Right.
be an NFL player or a hockey player or a baseball player or
Right.
basketball player at that stage.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have to. Even Tom Brady's 6'2". Like it's not.
it's not easy. It's
It's
not easy,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're not. Yeah.
and
But that's it, man.
it's
Okay.
interesting though, like when you think about the stats, and I'm reading the story on Willie Simmons, and I'm reading about FIU, like they ended like a third straight season, losing season, going four and
Yeah.
eight. So he's taking over a losing program
Yes.
with the pressure of turning it around like only he can do, and it's great for I guess the stats of how many black coaches are head coaches in
Yeah.
FBS, right? Which is not a lot. I think in 2023 there was about 14 of them,
Yep.
14 out of 134. At the start of
Yes.
this season there were 16, and now in the same week span it was Willie Simmons and Mac. So two black coaches. Let me think of his name. I can't think of his name right now. It was two hires in
Mhm.
the same week as far as black coaches to FBS. Um, but that's what I'm saying. Now, what is it, 18 now out of 134? And
Yeah.
SEC, there's still no black head coaches.
No.
So it's literally like
No.
a drop in the bucket of as far as kind of breaking that barrier. So I say that to say it's amazing what he was able to do. It's amazing that he's able to reach that level in that time frame and not have the fame or notoriety as a Deion Sanders, because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, there still needs to be forward progress in FBS as far as head coaches. We've seen it in the NFL as far as
Yep.
with coaches. We've seen it with quarterbacks, and so now we're going to start seeing it more and more with FBS head coaches. There's a disparity there. It's inequality as far as the percentage of black players in
Yeah.
college football, FBS, which is like over 40%, right? The
Yes.
largest population, I guess,
Yes.
or demographic, shall I say, playing football, but then the
Yep.
least represented as far as the coaching staff. So that
Yes.
is a problem. That is a problem.
It's a
That's all I
problem,
know. It's a
and
problem.
it is a huge problem. And shout out for Willie Simmons getting that opportunity because
Yeah.
they're few and far
Yeah, no, it's
between.
amazing. It's
It,
amazing.
and it's funny about Florida International. My grandmother wanted me to go there because
Really?
it's yeah.
What's the
It
home? Is it
because
close to where she's at?
yeah, yeah. If y'all don't know my grandmother, God rest her soul, but she was from Broward County, right? Fort Lauderdale, which is about
Mm-hmm.
30, 40 minutes from Miami. So she was like, to have James come down here. And I was like, nah, it's a travel. But it was interesting. But now I'm not gonna lie, I do stand corrected. His Willie Simmons probably dream job was probably Florida State because Florida State's a Power Five and he's from Tallahassee.
He has he
Because he
has he
grew
has
up in
deep
Gadsden. Yeah, it's
yeah, he has deep roots in Florida, bro.
deep roots in Florida.
Yeah.
He's hometown in Gadsden and Leon counties, which is Tallahassee. If y'all don't know, Tallahassee is upper part of Florida. Florida's like a
Mm.
long state. So Tallahassee's upper part. And you get to the middle, that's where Orlando, Tampa, Petersburg, that's like in the middle, right? So Florida's like this, like Tallahassee's. We get in the camera. Tallahassee's like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Then you go down, all the way down. Then that's when you get to Miami and the West Palm Beach. Orlando's on the coastal side, and you know Fort Myers and all that's there. But like Florida's long. It's like Texas. Like it's not close. Like
Yep.
no.
Trying to go, but Florida's a weird state. But trying to go from
It's
like
weird.
the top to it's ridiculous. It's
If you
ridiculous. It's a
enter Florida,
drive.
if you should drive to Florida, be like, oh, we've made it to Florida. It's still like a 17, 18 hour drive to
Yeah, no
Miami,
facts.
to Florida
Facts.
Lauderdale. Yeah,
Facts. It's
it's
Jerry
long.
Mack. It's who I was thinking about. Former head coach of North
Yes,
Carolina
yes.
Central.
That's
Then
who
now
it
the
is.
head coach at
Yes.
Kennesaw. So that's
Yeah.
two black head coaches in a week time span. So and that's really saying something because it's really not a large number of them.
No.
Like just throughout time. I was looking, I'm trying to do research. I'm like, okay, so what other HBCU head coaches were able to
Mm-hmm.
successfully transfer to FBS and then get a head coaching position. It's very rare that you go
Very
straight from
rare.
one head coach to a head coach at an FBS. It's usually like,
Yep.
hey, you're a head coach here. You got to start as some type of
Position coach.
coordinator,
Yeah, gotta be
right?
position
Assistant
coach.
coach,
Yeah.
and then you become the head coach.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Yeah.
interesting. I commend these guys. Just keep doing what they're doing. I'm definitely going to be watching Willie Simmons as far as his success with a
Yeah.
losing team, bro. It is interesting because the
I was,
conference
yeah.
that no that the conference that FIU's in is the same conference as was it Middle Tennessee State
Middle
University,
Tennessee
which he
State.
was
Yeah.
what he used to coach at. So he
Yeah.
has some experience being in that division. Not not as a head coach, but he has some experience. He's like he's familiar with that division at the very least,
I
and with
was
that
gonna
conference.
ask, do you? Because listen, FIU is not huge, right? But it does have some. You know, the competition is harder. He'll have more NIL money. Hopefully, I believe so. But remember, some NFL players that went there: T.Y. Hilton, John Smith from Miami. If you know, T.Y. Hilton was a receiver for the
No,
Colts.
yeah,
Jonathan Cyprin,
I
safety for
know
the
T.Y. Hilton.
Jacksonville.
I know
Yeah.
T.Y. Hilton. He
Oh,
pisses
that's
me
cool.
off, bro. He pisses me off, man. I'm telling you, man. Anybody that goes against my Texans, bro, I just like T.Y. Hilton.
He
I'm
was,
like,
yeah,
golly,
he was good.
yeah, he was,
He was
yeah, no,
decent.
but
He's decent. So let me ask you this: because the competition is harder, and he got this next season, he has to play Penn State, who is
mm-hmm.
just in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs now, and the Penn State's always a tough. They're always since I've been alive. They always have good football players. They're a hard nosed school. And Florida Atlantic and UConn. Now, let's scratch the first year. Boom. Do you think he will turn around the program?
I do. I
Okay.
think he's able to like bring a winning spirit with him. Like he has the formula. He knows how to
Yeah,
win.
yeah,
You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like what he did at FAMU, turning them around, taking them to just conference finals and things like that. He has the ability
yeah.
to do it. I do think he has the ability. I do. Um, Definitely like first year scratch, second year because I think there's already 16 players into the transfer portal.
It's
So
crazy.
it's going to be what he does as far as with recruiting, what
Mm-hmm.
type of splash he's able to make, which has been good. Like I've seen like the reaction for head coaches at other FBS schools, like at Clemson, and even some football players, NFL players, are like, hey, I'm like really happy for Willie Simmons. So I do think
Yeah.
because of his name and the attention he's getting, I do think he'll be able to draw talent and
Mm-hmm.
utilize the talent that he has to turn that football program around. I mean, at the end of the day, they not to be mean, wasn't a good program, right?
No, I wasn't.
So it's
No,
only
no,
going to go up
no.
from there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only
'Cause-
going to go up from there. Not on the same scale, but same thing with Dion. Like he went
Yeah.
to Colorado State. They were such like losers, not trying to be mean. That is like it can only go up
It's a
from
fact.
here. You know what I'm
They
saying?
were one of
You're
the
at
worst
rock
teams.
bottom, and there was such like it was just sensational news around it. So players were like flocking to like I got to go play at Colorado State because I know I'm going to get this attention. I get to play under Dion and everything. Obviously, it's not going to be on the same level, but I do think there's going to be an excitement around playing at FIU, and
Mhm.
just being under his leadership. So I think he'll do well. I think he'll definitely. He's not used to losing, right?
No,
So
no.
I have
The
confidence
first
in
year is
him
gonna
that
be
he'll
tough.
be able to turn that program around.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna do good. This will be good for him, man. Competition pushes
Mm-hmm.
you and makes you uncomfortable,
Yep.
and if you're a winner, you're used to the uncomfortability and the unknown. So I think he's gonna do good. Um, I always, if I own the team, I would give 3 years, 3 to 4. As long as I see progression, right?
Right.
First year is a scratch. Anybody knew, just let the first year go.
Uh,
You gotta let it go because the first year is gonna be up and down. Let it
right.
go. The
Yeah.
second year, you should see some progression, right? You should see some. Third
Yeah.
year, it should be turnaround. You
Hmm.
have your pieces in, you have your players in, you have your belief, you have your system, you have everybody, you have your routines in. You know what you're facing, you know who you're facing.
Correct.
So I think he's
I
going to
mean,
do good.
he has 4 years to do it, and by that fourth year, that's when they'll probably be considering like, do we extend this
Yeah,
contract,
four
or
four years. Yeah, if you're 4-8, 4-8, I mean,
you gotta go.
yeah, if it's
At the
three
time, you
losing
gotta go.
seasons, it's like okay,
Got
what
to
do you?
go, my guy.
You haven't learned
And that's the
anything.
thing, because I feel like, yeah, there's levels to this, but there's still systems in place. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like some coaches, you might not have the goods to be able to turn that team around, or you just might not be good. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, oh, I coached at FBS, as opposed to FCS. I just think he has Willie Simmons. He has what is required to be
Yeah,
successful. It doesn't matter if you're playing in FCS or FBS. I mean, only
mm-hmm.
time will tell. But I'm so excited to follow him and tune in and see what he's going to be able to do over these next 4 years. Super excited. Him and Jerry Mack. We're
Yes,
talking about Willie Simmons,
yeah,
but him and Jerry Mack. I want to see
Jerry Mack. Yes,
what he does.
yeah,
For
it's always a
sure.
big up. It's always a big up. Always rooting for the underdog, guys. And speaking of underdog, Rose, this is a very excellent segue. Is Hampton women's basketball pulled up a historic upset on December 1st, beating Georgia, which is a Power 5 school,
Yep.
76-74 in overtime. And this is the first time Hampton won against a Power 4 program since beating Alabama in 2019. So like
Yep.
5 years ago.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
that's pretty big. And I know Hampton is
Listen, JT.
I
This is the first time.
already
I'm not
know.
even gonna lie.
I was
In
like,
the
should
comment
I
section,
talk about it?
let's talk about it, right? Because it's a friendly rivalry, right? This is like your brothers and your siblings. Like, we
Is
fight
it?
in the house, but when we outside, we fighting other people. You feel me? Like,
Okay,
that's what it
okay.
is. So, like,
Okay.
always, I'm going to talk smack about Hampton, but this is a win for
Mm,
HBCUs. Like, I was so happy. I watched the highlights. I watched that last
yeah.
shot, the buzzer beater go in. I'm like, dang, like, that was a win for Hampton, but that was definitely a win for HBCU schools and women basketball. So it was an
Yes.
amazing thing. We definitely show love as Howard alumni and students to Hampton University, as we should. I mean, we're not that sick, bro. Come on. And it's amazing because, look at your face. It's amazing because
Why would we be vicious, yo?
Coppin State University women's basketball, they also pulled off a stunning upset over at Arizona State University, winning 74
Oh,
to 68 in overtime on last Friday. So
yes.
their victory marks the first ever home win against a power conference program for Coppin State. So it's been a week of
Ah,
upsets. It's been a
shout
week
out
of
to Coppin
upsets.
State, Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Familiar with
beautiful. It's
Coppin
beautiful.
State. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
In the
Yep.
heart of the city. They just started getting, if I'm not mistaken, they just started getting fall homecomings back because I believe.
Jeez.
Hold on, man. Let me make sure I'm not saying nothing
Yikes.
crazy because I'm
What did
pretty
they say?
sure.
That like Simone stuff.
Uh, I'm going to not. Don't know. I'm not going to say it because no. Because I know some HBCUs don't have football
Oh,
programs.
oh,
So
okay, got you.
their homecomings are really late because they're a basketball school. because I know that for Eastern Shore.
What does that even?
Eastern Shore is a basketball school. Shout out to UMES. Love y'all. Brother went there. A lot of my friends went there. I love UMES. So
Yeah.
now UMES is starting to get fall homecomings because they got a football program back. So I gotta, yeah, it's crazy. Like after homecoming season, which is October, and then the first
Yeah.
week of November, their homecomings will be after. And I'm like, yo, your homecoming is winter time.
I don't like. And who wants to
Not
be
coming
out?
out in the
Who
winter
wants to
time.
be out,
Not coming
especially
to
on the East
homecoming
Coast? No,
when it's
no,
snowing. When you hear
no, thank
Christmas
you.
songs, I gotta go to your
And,
homecoming when I
and
hear Christmas songs. When Mariah Carey.
I'm good on it. That means I'm good on it. And it's too cold. And it's too cold. There's not enough liquor in the world to help me brace. There's just no thank you, bro. Just I'm good. I'm good. It's not fun. I'm good.
It's not. So no, they still have a basketball team. But shout out to Coppin getting me in the, not rain on your parade. Shout out to Coppin. Shout out to Hampton. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
One of
gosh.
the HUs. I don't.
What?
I'm not gonna say. See, you see it. See, you see how the word HU guys almost Rose about to come through the screen.
I said
I
what?
don't want to say triggering, but it slightly sounded like it.
I'm playing. The other H, I get it. You know what's interesting about this whole thing? Like we saw two upsets, right? Two really
Yeah,
really crucial upsets for women's basketball, and
crucial.
then I don't know. It was like maybe 5 or so days ago, same time frame. We
Yeah.
see Grambling State, the Lady Tigers get blown out the water by
What?
LSU, like 54-point blowout, right?
Well,
And the head coach, Courtney Simmons, she wasn't pleased. It was like 100-54 loss to LSU. So
uh,
it's like, man, it's like this is a dichotomy. You see, like the benefits sometimes, or when it works out, when you're playing a
yeah,
school like a Power Five school, and you're able to upset them. In addition to getting money, right? Because they play these teams for money. Let's
they
just be
do.
honest. You're playing these
They
teams. You're
do.
getting paid to play these teams. Um,
They're on
not
TV, right?
expected
I believe
and getting
so.
on TV, but it's like bro, I don't care. Like I'm a winner, so I like winning. I'm very competitive. I'm not gonna try to
Yeah.
play a team to get blown out just from. I'm sorry. Like I'm blood, sweat, and tears. I'm leaving it all on the court, right? But that's kind of the things that are assumed when you see
Mm,
a lesser known school or
yeah.
CS school playing the FBS school. It's like man, it's about to be a blowout. And
Yeah.
true to form,
Yeah.
I think they get
Man.
about $40,000 per, I guess, game that they play out of conference like FBS school. But she didn't like that. The coach, the head coach
Man.
at Grambling State, she's not a fan of that. Other schools they'll kind of like load them up like, hey, we're gonna play all of our non-conference games. They're gonna play
Mm.
it against Power Five
She
conferences so
would
that
rather not. She would rather not have them against Power
because
Five.
because it does something to the morale, right? To
It
your
does.
psyche,
That's
where you
54
just
points. It's sick.
it's in.
It's sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
It's insane,
golly, it's
bro.
insane.
Golly,
That
like
has
because
to
at what
suck on the
like
mental as a sports player.
because like you look at the bench, I'm sure nobody's shoulders up, nobody's smiling.
Nah, nah. Everybody's
I'm
like,
pissed.
yeah,
I'm pissed. Like
yeah, I'm pissed.
I'm ugh.
Why
I'm
would they put us in
disgusted.
this situation? That's when you start like, why we even play them?
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's all a money
So
grab.
she rather play
Not
like so
power
she
fives.
rather
Like she
not Power Fives, but like
or just limit that to maybe a
yeah,
couple of games, right?
like
Because now
Eastern,
you
like
have
play like a Eastern Kentucky or like a not
correct,
Power
like nothing,
Five, but like a known school, like like a
because
FIU, you know?
right. Because it's
Yeah,
still like a litmus test. Like you still need to are because it's not for me like the goal isn't just to be dominant on the FCS. Like you want to start playing these other schools, right, that are FBS and see where you stand because look at Howard men's basketball team, right?
yeah,
They
yeah.
made it and to the NCAA
They did,
uh
they did.
you get what I'm saying? Like they made it into that. So and even though they didn't win the whole thing, but to even make it
It's
to
huge.
even be in the brackets, like that's huge. So like you have, I think it's healthy to play the Power Five. It's healthy when you're playing these non-conference games to kind of see,
Yeah.
okay, where are we? You feel me? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ah,
It's definitely a double-edged
LSU
sword.
is tough though. Yeah.
It's definitely a
Because
double-edged sword.
LSU is like, you know, do you think, okay, do you think if the men's football, the men's basketball had a chance to play them, would they do it? Grambling.
Yeah,
You think they would?
bro. When it comes to like things like that and money, yeah,
No. Well,
yeah.
I'm just trying to
I
think.
don't see
That's
why
because
not.
LSU is like Angel Reese went there. Like they're
I think
not. They're
okay,
not like no. If
give
Flo
them enough
J
money.
goes there now,
Yeah,
like she's Flo J is probably going to be not probably Flo J is going to be a WNBA player. I'm assuming after she comes
yeah.
out this year. Yeah. So like, and she can rap. She's multi talented.
I
So
think given enough
yeah,
money,
she's a beast. She's
hard
that's a
for
beast school.
programs. Yeah, it's hard for programs. Back to your question though, given enough money, it's hard for programs to say no. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? If Grambling received enough money, they're not going to say no because
Yeah.
they need it. They need the
They
money.
need it. Yeah.
They need the money.
Especially, yeah. Because that's what we talk about all the time,
Yeah,
right?
come take
The
this L real
the
quick.
structure, the money, how it's structured, the funding.
Yeah,
That
yeah. Which is not
30,000, it
yeah,
sucks. The beating does suck. And most times they have to play them at the stadium because
yeah.
I
So I
wonder if
do
it'd be
think like
cool if they played
it
them
can
at their stadium though. That would be
yeah.
awesome. But I don't think
I think it's a
LSU
good
would ever
experience
do that.
at the end of the day. I think it's a good experience
Yeah,
to see where you at. Even though it can be like demoralizing if you're getting spaked on, it's still a good experience. Still like, hey man, we played this team. You kind of can see where you're at. Like you still
mhm.
got to test that level of play to kind of see. For me, that's how I would take
Mhm.
it. And then the
The
school gets money.
physicality, yeah. The
Yeah,
school
like
gets
okay,
money.
I want to know how good these guys are. I want to know because you see them
Yeah,
on TV.
you
You're playing
do.
them on college
Yeah,
football, and you're like, I mean, I can probably, get with these guys. I want to step on the field. To have that opportunity would be amazing.
that's fair.
That's how I
Yeah,
would take
and
it.
you get to meet people, see how they interact, see how
Hmm.
the coaches interact, see if they. Yeah, I don't know if you can see if what plays they run. Maybe you can always learn. You can always learn from a loss. It's a lesson.
For sure,
You
for
know,
sure.
always. But that's what's up for the other two, Coppin and Hampton, winning. That is what's up. That's awesome. And so, speaking about winning, Rose, did you see or did you hear about the award show?
You mean the HBCU Honors Award show that was recorded
Ah,
at my alma mater at Crampton
yeah.
University,
I was about
Crampton
to
Honors
say
Howard University.
it
It's the
was
second
in.
annual. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was in Cramden Auditorium, of course, where everything
Very
is.
small. Yeah, Crampton is
It
really
is.
small. Yes, have you
It
not been
is.
there?
It is. I've been
Yeah,
there.
it's
I've been
not
there a
big,
couple of
in my
times.
opinion, but it's intimate. It's big
It
enough, but it's like,
always seems big to me. I guess maybe because I'm from Bowie State.
mm, mm,
Small
not
HBCU.
big.
I love Bowie,
But
but
right, go Bowie, go Bowie. I love this idea. I love what they're doing. I
yeah,
love the concept and the idea of the HBCU honors. And when you hear about it, right? This is only the second annual award show, but when you hear about it, it's like,
mhm.
man, we didn't have that a long time ago. Like this is what it's about: highlighting and
Yeah,
honoring and giving people their flowers, like trailblazers and people that have been so impactful
yes,
that went to HBCUs and are just making headway in whatever field that they're in. And this is the things that bring awareness to HBCUs. Like, yeah, we are doing stuff. Like our alumni,
yes,
they're doing stuff from all HBCUs, right? And
yes,
especially, I don't know if you heard one of the honorees, Dr. Lonnie Johnson. Everybody knows Lonnie
yeah.
Johnson. hardly
Yes.
knows what he's invented. Every kid
Yes.
has touched a super soaker. He's the inventor
Every
of super
kid.
soakers. He has
He's
over
invented a
250
super soaker.
patents.
Yeah, he's a
Isn't that
beast.
amazing, bro? I don't know if
He's a
kids
beast.
play outside today, but I know growing up, that super soaker was
That super
like,
soaker is
that's my
never going
summertime,
anywhere.
bro.
It's never
That's my
going nowhere.
summertime, bro. What?
It's never going nowhere. The
I
super
was
soaker is
so
going out.
proud when I heard that a black man invented super soaker. And a black man that worked at NASA, mind you. Like, I'm like, dang, this guy's smart. This guy's a
Tuskegee,
genius.
yo. Tuskegee.
Right?
They produce. They
I'm
producing.
telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. So it was phenomenal. The Ulalas, they performed, Howard University
Mm-hmm.
Ulalas, they performed. And it's just like a mixture of just the performances from Fantasia, gospel
Yeah.
artists. You had MC Light, hip hop legend. It just was like the embodiment of just black excellence for that evening, and I'm all here for that. I'm all here for that. Hezekiah Walker. It was just beautiful because you don't really get like that level. I feel like of gospel music at any other type of award shows before, besides like gospel award shows, right?
Yeah.
But
You already know the gospel.
it was dope. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for them to do it again next year. How did you feel
So
about the award show?
first of all, we're gonna be there next year. That's how I'm going, guys. We're gonna be there. Shout out the Pits and Push, man.
For
They were
sure.
at the red carpet. Terrence, we actually stayed in the same freshman dorm at Bowie State. So, and he
Oh,
films a
nice.
lot of the
Okay.
yeah, he films a lot of the Bowie State games. So
Okay, blue
I seen
carpet.
him at the awards. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
So
know
I
that's
was like,
right.
okay, that's what's up. Yeah, but I loved it because this kind of like embodies what we're doing here and what it's about. It's about awareness and it's about highlighting all the greatness that comes out of HBCUs, and I love it. And
Yep.
it's so many people that have went to HBCUs that are impacting the world, not just America, the world, and
Yeah.
it's good for us to get highlighted, man. We need some shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. No, we do, man. Like, where the highlights at, bro? Where are accolades at?
You know what I'm saying? So the HBCU honors and creator was CEO Michelle Bailey, and she's from Spelman. Now,
Hey.
yes. Now the advisory board is a lot of people. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's a lot of people. It
I
is a
know.
lot of
I
people.
saw their pictures. I said,
But
"Dang,
I
this
got
person."
yes, but I
Right.
got most. I think I captured most of the experience, and this is what I've got. So it's comprised. The experience are CEOs, marketing, real estate,
Hmm.
sports, news, spirits, which is alcohol, public relations, law, transformation marketing, ministry, political affairs, global expansion, cultural diversity. It also has a Grammy nominated artist, digital promotion, and it has an award winning communication expert producer. So they are on top of it.
Amazing.
And it looks like they cover all aspects. All
Yeah.
aspects. And like I didn't know some of this. I was like, what transformational marketing? Wow. Like it was just
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
some
The
industries I've
awareness
never heard of.
aspect. Exactly. Exactly. It was pretty dope. So there were three honorees for this second annual
Mm-hmm.
HBCU honors. The first one I already told you, Dr. Lonnie Johnson.
Yeah.
We also had filmmaker, producer Will Packer. I know for me, I'm not the best with names as far as when it comes to, but I had to like look it up, bro. He's produced or been an executive producer for a wide range of movies that
Everything.
have grossed $1 billion, right, worldwide. Some movies right along, Think Like a Man
Yep.
2, Girls Trip, Night School, What Men
Mm-hmm.
Want Little. So very prolific guy. His resume, his work speaks for himself.
And
Like come
the
on,
Oscars. The Oscars.
come on, bro. So
The infamous
it's
Oscars where it
amazing.
wasn't televised.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, not televised. The infamous
I
Oscar.
mean, Will
Nobody
Smith
watched the
slapped
Oscars
Chris Rock.
until Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I
I'm
didn't even
telling you,
know the
bro.
Oscars were on until I
I'm
heard it.
telling you, who cares? Because
I was
it's
like,
one of those things. It's one
oh
of those
wow.
things where it's very like white dominated, right?
Yep.
For the most part, and it's like who's making these decisions? It's not. We're not as represented as we could be, and it's just I can't watch that stuff. I just
Yeah.
can't do it. So it's
Yeah.
good to finally start our own
I was
tradition
not
because
watching
even
it
though
when it happened.
yeah, I mean I just had to scour the internet for it.
Yeah,
But for something
I
like
wasn't like, oh, look at the Oscars.
right, no. But for something like this to have started, this is the second annual. We're kind of like at the onset, the start of this. Like think about how it's like set in its ways and how transformative HBCU honors are going to be like 100 years from now. It's going to be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's the 100th annual HBCU honors, and it's like, oh yeah, this is in a world that's been going on for years and years, but we're like
Yeah.
at like the inception phase, and so it feels new. But I can tell right now, like this is something that's going to be cemented in Black culture, in
Yeah.
HBCU culture for sure.
We're going next
You
year.
know,
That's it.
yeah, we're
We're going
going.
next year.
And last
I have
honoree,
media
um,
passes.
last honoree,
Go
we don't want to
ahead.
forget about it because she's a Howard University alum. Not my
Of
fault. These are the
course.
people that they're honoring.
Listen, of
Um,
course. I get it. I get it.
yeah, so Joel Burks Solomon, and she is just a tech trailblazer. And
Yep.
that's the thing. Like there are so many people that come out of Howard University that do such amazing things that it's hard to kind of keep up. But when I read about it, I'm like, whoa, she did what? She
Mm-hmm.
invented what? She, so it's we are everywhere, bro. Black people is everywhere. That's all I know. Black we guys we are everywhere. So she actually helped start, or she
Mm-hmm.
co-founded. She's an entrepreneur, guys. So she co-founded this business called Part Pick, right?
Yep.
And it was because her grandmother. She moved back to Atlanta after her grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she
Mm.
realized like there's like several like technological deficiencies, right? And she was like, okay, let's do something about it. And basically that part pick is a startup where it allowed people to use smartphones to search for parts using computer vision technology. So that technology, and it's so funny because it's not the first thing that you assumed it to be used for sometimes when you invent
Yeah.
something. So that company is then acquired by Amazon,
Yep.
right, in 2016, and that's the same technology they integrated in the Amazon part finder. So
Mm-hmm.
she's been able to successfully start a tech company, and now she was like named the first head of Google for Startups, which was formerly known as Google for Entrepreneurs, and this is like campuses
Yep.
worldwide. And
Yep.
she's the first head for that. So like that's trailblazer if I ever heard one. And I think that's just so
Yes.
amazing. I think that's so amazing. Like
Yes.
what we are doing in these different spaces. And like you said, you rattled off a list of like we're in this industry, this, and like things you didn't
Mm-hmm.
even know existed. And
Mm-hmm.
we're making moves. And I just love it. Like that's something I can read on, I can hear about, that these are the flowers that need to be given like constantly. Cause then like kids will see that, right? People, because
Yes.
we're older, but like people who are younger who haven't gone to college yet and they're looking at these things like, huh, I didn't even know that that was a possibility. Oh, that's what they,
Yes.
and now they're the ones to aspire to do what they did and to push the needle even further and invent something or create something. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like this stuff is necessary. It's necessary.
It is necessary. It's very necessary. And I like that she also she received the Founders Award, and Lonnie G. Johnson received the Innovation Trailblazer Award, and
Mm-hmm.
Will Packer received the Industry Impact Award. So I'm glad for all of them, but shout out to her because I think women, black women, don't get highlighted enough in enough spots, and they do a lot of work that don't get credit for. So for this to be founded by a black woman, and then for Jewel Burke Solomon to be pushing for the technology aspect of it,
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
Especially in that space that she's in.
Yes,
Like
the tech
tech is
space is
definitely dominated by, you know, you know, definitely not black women. So
no
it's
Asians and
beautiful to
Indian
see,
people. I think.
and
I think.
white men. So
Yeah,
that's where we're at. You feel me?
yeah, yeah. To think the tech industry. Forgot her name, but I was listening to her on David Shan's. Her name was Dawn. She's in the tech industry, but she's like, it's a lot of Indian and Asian men. It's not a lot of
Bro,
black
they
women.
be in there. Yeah, definitely,
Not a lot of black women, yo. So for her to be dominant in that space is phenomenal, yo. It's phenomenal. Shout out to the HBCU honors, man. I can't wait. I'm telling you, next year. And keep it at Howard, guys. Or it'd be awesome if they went to other HBCUs each
yeah, I
year.
wouldn't mind that at all.
You know, not
I mean,
just
I love
Howard, but
Crampton,
yeah,
but like
but
we can move around, we can hop
yeah,
around. I'm not
you know
opposed.
what I'm saying. If it gets bigger, I think it's going to get better
And
by
it get
us
bigger,
highlighting
exactly.
it and us supporting it. You know,
Us
just for
tuning
us talking
in on
about it, us tuning
BET,
in, watching it.
like,
Yes.
and that's the thing. I was looking. I'm like, when did this start? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. I'm like, oh, HBCU honors. What is this? So hopefully more marketing, more promotion, more people talking about it. You know, the viewership goes up year over year, and then it gets to the point where yeah, they're gonna need a bigger space for sure. Because Crampton ain't it. I love my alma mater. Crampton ain't it. It's not big enough. It's not big enough.
So, and also the Grammy-winning couple Jay Ivy and Teray Torre. If I butchered your name, I apologize. I'm good with names.
You definitely butchered it. Not if.
I just have an easy name. So,
There's no doubt about it. How you pronounced
so
it? I know that can't be right. What?
I tried. Then I messed up and then tried to say it again. And then that's when
The
it
same
gets
messed
crazy. The
up.
third time, it gets ridiculous. My
I just looked at
pronunciation.
you like, what is he saying?
But they also they unveiled a groundbreaking
Hmm.
$100 million campaign to uplift HBCU students.
Yes.
So
There's
that
a lot.
is
There's a lot of money.
awesome. It's a
A
lot.
lot of money.
Hey, need that, man. We need HBCUs need
Need
every
all the monies. Even
cent.
Google. Google. I'm telling you, every cent, every penny, every dime, bro. Google unveiled like a $5 million investment in STEM initiatives at Spelman, and then
That's nice.
I don't know how to say it. And I use these hair products, right? This is the hair product that, bro. My this is off topic, on topic. My nephew, he hits me up like, Auntie Rose, be careful using this product. They're recalling it. I think it's
Yeah.
Miley or Mayel. I think it's Mayel. It's a hair
Oh,
product,
it's
and they
spelled
talk
with
about
M.
yeah, Mael, right? And they're like, oh, Auntie Rose, there's a recall. I'm like, I'm scouring the internet. I'm like, where's the recall at, bro? And come to find out it's on TikTok. There's not a real recall. There's not a real recall. Y'all just saying stuff on TikTok. I said, bro, don't hit my phone with that. I say that to
No, you
say
gotta
that
chill.
Mael forged a $200,000 partnership with Hampton University Lady Pirates, supporting
Oh,
the student athlete excellence. I say that to say that. So, like you said,
how do
there
you
was a lot
spell
of
that,
money.
Mario?
Mielle, Mielle. It has to be
Yeah,
right.
that's what that is. Did
I
you get it from
use that hair
Target?
product, huh?
You get it from Target?
I get it from Tarjay. That is correct. I don't use that rosemary
It's
oil,
Target.
whatever that people were saying was causing baldness.
Yeah,
I'm
my
definitely
wife uses that.
good.
That's
I
why I
don't
know
care
it
what
sounds
nobody talks about.
familiar.
It makes my hair feel good. I use the sea moss infused
Yeah,
one. I love it. The shampoo and
Faith
conditioner.
loves them joints. She loves it.
I'm not listening
She
to
has
no
some in the
Gen
house.
Zers. I'm not listening to no Gen Zers
Nah, she
alphas
has
talking
some in
about
the house.
recall. Spell recall. You don't know
Yeah,
what a
she
recall is.
everything gets recalled anyway.
What are you
Just,
talking about? People have normal reactions to things. It's like this is
yeah,
not poison in this bottle. Y'all just probably didn't use it right.
yeah. But that is. I'm glad. How do you pronounce it?
JT,
Mael.
we're over that. JT,
It's
we're past that.
Mael. I never know how to spell it. I didn't even pronounce it. I was like, young, this is just. I just know what the brand looks like, and I would just buy it. Seriously, I was like, I'm not gonna try her. I just know it's good for black women's hair. My wife loves
Mael.
it. Cool. It's not like Shea Moisture, right? It's like, oh, that shit, yeah. I was like, hey, this starts with an M, and I'm not even gonna try to.
Facts.
This I'm gonna butcher it. So
JT,
I know what it looks. I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like, and I know you get it from Target. You know,
that's what's
yeah, because I know, being a husband of a black woman, the hair products are, got to be different. Y'all got this. Y'all can't use everything in your hair, especially if it's especially if it's natural. You can't use everything. Can't.
Yeah, for sure.
There's certain products that she just, like Donna's recipe. She likes that. Mael.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot what else she likes.
I don't like experimenting. Like me, I don't even like
No,
trying
she
to
sticks to those. No, she
I'm
sticks to
telling
those.
you, and I don't even know how I got on Mael. I think I bought like a little sample, and I'm like, "Ooh, this smells amazing!" And then I started using it. But for me, I can't be rolling the dice like that.
No, not Donna's recipe. Golly, what is her mom uses something that's if I said it, you would know what it is. But
yeah, I feel like I've seen there's a whole section. I prefer going to Target over Walmart, but that's just me.
Yes.
The chaos in Walmart sometimes is just it makes my head spin.
Walmart, they promote a lot of black products, actually.
They have it there. That's
Target promotes a lot of black products. Not Walmart. Yeah. I'm sorry. Target promotes a lot of black-owned products. A lot.
Yep.
So if you guys want to find a black-owned product, go to Target. For real. And I started noticing that when Bevel. If you don't know what Bevel is, it came out as a razor for black men. But shout out to him because he sold it. But Target was the first department store that I saw that. And then you have Mael in there. You have Donna's recipe. It's a lot of black people that products in Target.
No, remember we covered this for Bowie Homecoming. The people with the chips, the protein chips. You ate at their food truck. I'm sorry, the name's
in my mind. Legendary. The Legendary Burgers. Yes.
Yeah, I found them. Yep, I found them at
Crux. Crux is a black-owned brand that makes air fryers. They're Target too. So they're not even paying us. No more mentioning them.
Right. Anyway. I mean, I go there. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
but seriously, guys, go to if you're searching for it, like Mael, go to Target.
Okay, so you know how to pronounce it. We probably both pronouncing it the wrong whole time. I'm over here getting on you, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't care. I don't care.
You pronunciate better than me. I don't.
Oh, that's for sure. That's 100%. No question. No question.
You don't have to say it like that.
Oh, I don't know.
You'll be like, oh yeah, okay. You're like, no. It's not even a conversation.
100%, bro. Come on now. You just butchered somebody's name like 5 minutes ago. I don't know what you were talking. I still don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, man. Shout out to HBCU honors, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. We are at the beginning stages of something amazing. Like we'll be 80 years old. Like, oh my God, I remember when it was the second annual. God, we're getting old. Ugh. Yes. But yeah, so shout out to them. Shout out to them for sure. Do you have anything else you want to add, JT?
I am good. Getting ready for Christmas. Got the tree up.
Somebody stole my credit card. I said, "'Tis the season." Somebody stole my credit card. Right? Merry Christmas. And
Did you like? Okay. I think explain how. What happened?
They stole it out of my mailbox because I got an upgrade on my credit card. Stole it out of my mailbox. I get an email from my bank. They're like, hey, don't forget to activate your card. I said, hey, never got the card. And then they're like, hey, did you spend $1,100 or a tip to spend $1,100 at Best Buy and then another amount at the gas station? I said, no. And I just remember mom was like, it is the holiday season. I'm like, holiday season, and this is the jacking season. Remember in DC
Mr. Jack,
taking the
yeah, my
bus? Bro, you
car
better.
got broken into. When I
Hey,
first got
this
it
is
at
tough
Matchbox, it
time.
got broken into when I first got it. So see, that's why I don't keep no money. I ain't kept no money in there. They probably were looking for money.
Was blown.
Yeah, it was blown. I think I know.
Disappointed.
I'll tell you off camera who I think I know who did it.
Typical. But yeah, this is the season. I love Christmas, so happy
Yes.
holidays, JT. Got the
Yes.
treat.
Happy holidays. Yes. I love it. We still gotta do some Christmas shopping. But
Ain't nobody
besides
getting nothing
that,
from me.
nobody's getting nothing from. I
I
mean,
said
you have.
no. No.
We probably don't get nothing this year. We're trying to get a house.
Nope.
This year might be closed. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, guys. 'Tis the season. Be merry. Be jolly.
Yeah.
Be thankful, guys. If you
Be
look at
grateful.
something, be grateful. If you know it's bad, don't do it. Think twice. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Pray. All right. So, shout out to everybody. Rose, you have anything else? Are you good?
No, you can just drag this episode on.
All right, guys.
Wrap
We
it
are
up.
out. See you next week. 'Tis the season. Everybody be merry. Be happy. Homecoming is out. Peace.